You're going live. We are live. Hello guys, welcome to Irrational Passions 197. This is bonus content brought to you by YouTube. Not really brought to you by YouTube, brought to you on YouTube. I'm Alex, and with me we have Evan, Nabishin, and Scott.
Hey.
Let's get this bonus party started. How you guys doing? Scott, how's life?
Pretty good. Nothing interesting at all. Today was test week, so less games.
Mm. Really? You have tests already?
Yeah.
That's odd. Although my classes aren't really structured around tests, other than like one of my classes definitely has a midterm, definitely has a final. So.
Yeah, most of my classes have the... Actually, since I don't have too many, it's 3, 4, and 3.
Okay.
Not including the final.
Alright, that's not bad. I like my CPR class. There's like I think
No
there's
tongue.
there's no tongue. We're not allowed to. I think there's a test at the end, like a written test. But
How much tongue do you give a person during CPR?
no tongue. A plus.
You pass!
You're CPR certified now. Go save lives. Yeah, I learned about AEDs last week. I skipped my CPR class this week because you can just make it up after the next week after, and we were just doing AEDs on babies and kids, and I was really tired. So it's nice to have a class where attendance doesn't matter. Although dude, if we had an automated electronic defibrillator, I could probably like save you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for humoring.
The amount that anybody cares.
It is like it's non-existent.
At least you're learning an important skill.
I guess I get like a little Red Cross certificate at the end, but anyway, we were talking about Scott. Fuck me. What do I know?
Please.
Anything else, Scott? Anything
No.
interesting happen? Just hang out with Tony. You guys do that.
Not this week.
Oh, I like your little bro dates.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're
You know, I'm actually free this Tuesday this time. We can actually do that, what's
Zelda.
its face? The Zelda thing.
I can't because I have to fucking record Mup,
That's how that
which
works.
might take the whole day. It may actually like legitimate. It took us an entire day once. Oh my! I don't want to talk about. All right. Anything else, Scott? I'm sorry. I'm like off my game right now.
No. I mean, like, washed my car. That happened. Done.
Sweet. I need to wash my. I haven't washed my car ever. So no, I've
Even
cleaned
car
it.
wash.
I've never taken it through a car wash. Not since I owned it.
I meant like cleaning it.
I mean, I've cleaned it. I haven't like washed the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bad car owner. What about you, Evan? I haven't talked to you in a hot minute. Except for like yesterday. I talked to you yesterday, or like 2 days before that, and you're like, "I'll bring over murdered soul suspects."
I know,
so we
and I
can borrow."
forgot, and I'm really sorry.
No, you're not. You don't,
Yes, I am.
you don't care about me.
I do. I do
Oh.
care about you, Alex.
You take pretty adorable pictures with your puppy on Instagram now.
I know.
So you've been giving my fix on cute emergencies.
I have a whole bunch of actual pictures of my dog, but I haven't been posting a lot of them.
Well, don't send them in the group thread, because it's probably not the place for them. You can just send them directly to me.
Okay.
Oh, this beer is very bitter. My brother recommended it to me. It is a man's drink, and I am not much of a man. How's life treating you, Evan? How's school?
Good. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What Right, how many classes are you taking?
I'm taking 3 at a time, but I'm enrolled in 4.
Oh, yeah, one of yours is like a half semester.
Yeah, hybrid class or whatever you want to call it.
Now, hybrid is the online.
I know, which is really
Bullshit.
weird, but it's not online.
Yeah.
They call it a hybrid class, but it's not a hybrid.
Well, like one of my classes, a hybrid class, is like we meet once a week.
I think
and
it's a
then
Hydra.
It's a Hydra. Get up on the Hydra's back. Get
Hail
up on
Hydra.
the Hybrid's back. Hail Hydra.
Except for don't. I like Coulson.
Colson's cool. That moment, Navashin, that when you tweeted me, you're like, I finally get it. I was so excited. Yeah, no, like I have a hybrid class where it's like we meet once a week and then the rest is online. Like the majority of it is online. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The discussions are important. Okay. Hey, did you do anything this week, Evan?
Yeah, I played games.
All right. I saw you last week. That was
Yeah, I
nice.
did. I took a walk with you.
I talked about it last week. You asked me how the podcast went via text message, and I said it went well.
Yeah.
Not that you were there. Not that you would know.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it? The end?
I'm starting work training for the
your,
next.
For your promotion thing?
Yeah,
I heard about that on the show I wasn't on.
a while ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
That's a while.
2 weeks is not a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Not that long a time. 2 months is a long time.
That I agree with that.
There you go. Okay. We met in the middle somewhere. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Nabashin?
Nothing really to talk about. Just work and taking
Guys,
care of nephew.
we all sound so tired. Okay. I did stuff
I'm
this week.
not tired. I just didn't actually do anything.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't sound tired.
Besides,
Oh, you cut off for a second, Scott.
what?
Google Hangout hated you for just a moment, I think, is what it was.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
Look, guess who still
Well, I
doesn't
mean-
get notices about the calls?
Me.
No one ever gets Hangout.
I went in there and I put up put up a notification for Hangouts. It's
Yeah.
up in that's in the settings, and I turned it on. I still don't get them.
I like to imagine it's like a very personal vendetta against you specifically.
I don't get the I don't hear the sound, but I get the notification that hey, you have a new notification.
I don't get the notification at all. Nope. It doesn't appear.
Scott will click on the bell and it'll just be like "fuck you" underneath it. Yeah, I mean, I guess just keep going to the Irrational Passions page and waiting for the join Hangout button to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing, Nabashin, nothing newsies.
Gotta played a little bit with it. That's about it.
That's right, you did. Your stream looked good. Looked sharp.
Found out my
this
laptop can't do shit with it though, because it's Windows 7, but it's not the Windows 7 that they want. So I might give you some means to upgrade my Windows 7 because fuck 8 and
Yeah.
see if I can get that possibly running on my laptop. Because I know my laptop here running worth shit, but like
You can
just
probably
see
still
what
record
it's
stuff.
capable of. Yeah, just see what it's capable of, and I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll probably use this Black Friday to probably buy myself a new laptop because I had mine since probably 2008 or something like that. It's been a long while since I had that laptop, so
Goddamn.
yeah, I'll be forced to go to 8, but whatever. At least I'll be able to actually play a PC game for once.
Yeah, you can play like an indie platformer.
Also, I'd recommend learning it.
Windows 8.
Yeah, because it's jarring at first when you're not used to it. Well, and he said, yeah, it's 5 to 10 times better. The people who don't like are just stupid.
You're cutting in and out, Scott. A little. I got what you said. I just want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, my parents have Windows 8 on their computer, and I help them out. So
It's
I pretty much learned how to use it. I just prefer where I'm
it's
at.
it is designed for mobile phones, but you can mess with the settings so that doesn't interfere with desktop.
8.1 is better too. They had the start menu
Yep,
back.
heard that.
So.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So
Hey.
8.1 is where.
I like how Evan never mutes himself when people walk into the room. It's not that hard. I always have to cut it out of the recording. It's super weird for me. I muted Evan for people's reference. I had fun this week. I went and I saw the Maze Runner last weekend.
Is that a movie?
Which I enjoyed. Yeah, it is a book and a movie now. The lead actor in the Maze Runner is Dylan, who I'm a huge fan of from Teen Wolf.
Yep.
I can't even say that with a straight face. But that show's great. Fuck the haters. But I liked the movie. I thought it was good. And then I listened to the audiobook this week in my spare time. The entire first audiobook is free. Well, I mean, it's not free technically, but it's on YouTube.
So it's basically free.
It's basically free. I mean, you can go listen to it.
I mean, you can go to Audible and get it for free.
Well, you get it for free when you sign up for your 30-day free trial by going to audiblepodcast.com/IrrationalPod.
Don't even know.
So, then I recorded a podcast with my brother, which was fun.
Very nice.
Did you listen to that yet, Namshin?
I saw the first 20 minutes of it, but I couldn't finish it because I was at work at the time and my phone is in bad fix right now.
I feel you. That is the weirdest podcast I've ever recorded.
What was it about?
That's kind of how it was with me before marketing. Like they know everything about me.
It's an episode of Roommates. So it was about many things. We just did a really weird territory. But, we talked about dicks and porn. It was still Roommates. But we also
It was
talked
weird
about
because it was with your brother.
No, that part was fine. I didn't care. But we talked about the prison system and legalization of marijuana and a lot of other things. Politics, I guess, a little, but that was a very brief part of it. But it's
The Redskins.
We talked. No, we didn't even mention the Redskins because it's fucking stupid. But the best part about it was before we, and I'm so sad that I didn't get this recorded. Before we started recording, my brother sits down at the table with us. And he's like, so I listened to last week. He's got his little notebook open with his stories in it. And he's like, so I listened to last week's show. And
Roommates or this show?
Roommates.
Okay.
Or not last week's, but the last episode.
Yeah, that's I confused.
And he's like, I just want to let you know that I might go after you, and I'm going to be fucking intense. Don't take it personally. If you get scared, just let me know. He was so fucking serious. And he's like, if you guys tend to interrupt each other a lot, and I'm not going to tolerate that shit. He looked all of us in the eye when he said that. And it was the funniest thing he's ever said. But yeah, it was fantastic. The last bit in the episode is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard in my life. And it ended up being 2 episodes. So if you listen to the audio form, that will be coming out. One will be coming out this weekend. The other one will be the first one in October. Yeah, it was fun. I had a great fucking time recording a podcast with my brother. So and he didn't go after us to his super extent. Not entirely, but yeah. If you wanna like watch both episodes back to back, you can just watch the video. It's youtube.com/roommatespod. So there you go, and I'll get that up on IP someday. It's not a priority at the mo. Yeah, I didn't sleep this week that much, and my computer broke, but it got fixed within a couple days. So,
What was the issue?
like it just turned off when I was when I plugged in my phone to sync it to iTunes, and I was like freaking out because it wouldn't turn back on, it wouldn't charge. I took it to the Apple Store, and it was a best case scenario of the Apple Store where he takes it in the back, and then 20 minutes later he comes back and he's like, "All right, so it's all working now, so you're good to go." But he told me it was like the power cycle, whatever tells the computer to turn on and charge the battery and everything, that just like stopped working. And he just reset it. And he was
That's
like,
funny that can happen.
yeah, it's like, this is like the rarest thing that can ever happen to a computer. I'm like, well, knowing my luck, anything is possible. And he's like, it's just like, it's not a major issue. It shouldn't happen again. And if it does, it's like a quick fix. And he said like even I could like fix it myself. It's not like too complicated. But yeah, it was free. I paid $0. I just showed up, and then they took my computer in the back and fixed it. So, and it's working fine now. I was just terrified when it happened. I had a serious panic attack because I've just been super anxiety lately. But anyway, that was it. That was my week. I had a good week, save for that. That was stressful, but it's okay. We're all good now. Let's you guys want to start this podcast up?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get this shit going.
I got quite a bit to talk about this week, actually. So yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. That's
At
what I
least,
like to
at
hear.
least in terms of games.
Okay. On one then, if everybody has Audacity ready and go, and whatnot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Juan direction.
All right. Is anybody need a drink? Does anybody have to pee?
Nah. I'll have to take care of it over first break. First break.
I'm good.
I think I'm gonna finish this beer real quick, and then I'm gonna get a different one. So I'll be back.
Chug,
in a
chug,
minute.
chug.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You just don't want to chug it on live TV.
What was that?
What?
I don't know. Somebody made an odd noise. Unless that was a dog. Evan,
I think
do
that
you
was a
have
door.
dog with you?
No, I do not have my dog in my room. That must have been a door.
Oh. I wanted to say hi.
You can come over and say hi.
Yeah, that could happen. I'm afraid to go alone, though. Alex,
What?
we need to go over to Evan's house.
Why?
Say
He
hi
wants
to
to-
Evan and his dog.
I already said hi to Evan and his dog last week.
You can still come over again.
Okay.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, I'd be down to go over on a day I'm not busy.
Like Sunday?
Sunday's my day.
Sunday's his day, man. You always forget this.
That's my next free day.
Wednesday is actually pretty.
I don't know
free
about
for me.
Wednesday.
Okay, let me know about Wednesday then.
Wars Day.
Wednesday, the Walrus Day. That beer did.
I just
not go down
don't know
smooth.
my work schedule at the moment for Wednesday.
Okay. Then keep me posted.
Yeah, I'd have to skip lab. Lab's not super important because I'm pretty quick at the work that I do there, and it's not attendance graded, as well as it's not.
Go on.
It's not attendance graded, and it's basically work at your own pace. Ask the teacher for questions, and I never fucking ask questions.
Yeah, because they're not dumb. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I have to reply to this. It's important. 65. I'm not going to say my address on the podcast. I just realized that.
So let me check my work schedule now.
Do you have it?
I might.
That'd be easier.
Might. It doesn't usually get posted till the weekend, so
It's Friday.
I know.
Kind
Might
of
not
the
get posted till tomorrow.
TGIF.
Yeah, we should have named this podcast TGIF.
Except for we don't always record on Friday.
Yeah, we should.
I'll be Steve Urkel. You'll be Michelle Tanner. That'll be the guy from Step by Step, and I don't know. Evan Boyd meets
Scott
World.
would be the guy from Step by Step.
People, I don't know.
It's great, Scott. Don't worry about it. All right, there. I have my
Nope, no schedule yet.
okay. I have my right ear slightly louder than my left, and then I put it down, and now my right ear feels deaf. Anyway, it is Friday, September 26, 2014, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am Alex O'Neill, your host this evening. With me, I have Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Evan the Walrus Wall,
Hello.
and Brian Nobishin Jackson.
You can just fucking steal my intro like that, Evan. No. It's not gonna work.
Yes, it will.
Brian Nobishin Jackson.
RECYCLE, recycle, CONSERVE, conserve, don't you PLLUTE, pollute the river, piracy, or else you're going to get what you deserve.
Well,
Huh?
And there you go. Just dropped some learned knowledge on you. This is Irrational Passions Podcast, a podcast where people talk about video games on occasion. How you guys doing? How's everybody feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Pre-show is a little melancholy. Feel a little down, a little tired. Gotta amp it up.
That's just the energy.
It's just the energy. I'm just never happy. We have a good show lined up for you guys. Not a lot of news, but Scott, he fucking hyped it up before we started. He's like, he's got video games to talk about, so I'm ready. To do some house cleaning beforehand. Like nothing went up on the website. So Jarrett got a Velocity X2 review up. And a new Ramblet went up. Also by Jarrett. Jarrett's like my main man right now because Jacob and Zach are bastards and Nudis has problems, so he gets an exemption. But Jarrett and I got it covered. I'm thinking about writing a review for D4 as well. That could be coming up soon.
Do it.
Yeah, I think I got to put my thoughts on that game on paper. But that's all that went up on IrrationalPassions.com. That's our home base. Sorry that the podcast was late. My computer decided not to work. It was like, I'm turning off. But I got it fixed, so we're all good. That was weird. Freaked me out, though. Listen to the pre-show. I'll explain it there. You can listen to the pre-show, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions. And you can watch the video version of the show, which is unedited. It's raw. You get to hear all of our silly fuck-ups and weird Google Hangout-based delay. And yeah, honestly, it's probably just not the best way to listen to the show. But there's pre-show and post-show. It's bonus content. So there you go. Let's talk about video games, guys. I'm on board for that. Scott,
Right.
since you're so pumped.
Alright, first I started to continue Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally found a spell where Sean, my brother, he wasn't playing Destiny,
Mhm.
and then the servers were also down.
Yep.
So I went ahead and I pulled up Left 4 Dead.
Weird pick. Was there like any specific reason you're like, man, I really want to play Left 4 Dead 1?
Oh, sorry, not Left 4 Dead. Sorry, what the fucking
Hey, you guys will be able to see her.
Last of Us.
Actually.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, those are two different games.
Very different games. Very different games. Let's see. As it turns out, I was at the very end of the summer arc. I went ahead and I went right through winter, and I started spring.
Oh,
Well,
God,
I got
Jesus
to
Christ.
spring,
I always
but
forget
I
that
didn't.
Scott like powers through video games like no one's business.
I got to spring, and I stopped there.
Okay, that's a good stopping point. That fucking the end of winter though. God damn. That was an emotional place for me. I'm gonna let you know. You knowing that Ellie is like one of my favorite video game characters ever. So, whew.
Yeah.
Scott's
The
like meh.
well, the only thing
Scott,
the
Scott.
only thing. Sorry, somebody walked in the
you
room.
like faded out too. I was terrified. The only thing- continue.
The only thing about Ellie while you were playing her is that you were constantly reminded that she didn't play like Joel.
Mm.
Because every time you tried to melee, somebody would deck you in the face.
Oh yeah, it's a very, very instant reminder of like, oh yeah, I can't do this. I love her stealth kill though, and how like completely unceremonious it is. It just jumps up on a guy's back, starts stabbing him with the fucking pocket knife.
Yep.
I like that. It was like a very weird, different layer of challenge. Still digging it? What do you think of it so far? Now that you're
It's still okay.
okay.
I mean, it's good enough for me to go ahead and get through it, but after I'm through the story mode, I'm probably not going to go back.
I mean, that's understandable.
Summer arc is my favorite, even though that's like the slower arc.
Mm.
Henry was great.
Henry was great. That whole like mini arc is really fantastic. I think, especially how it ends.
Mm-hmm. And unless Spring can do much better.
No, I would say Spring is the weakest part of the game, gameplay wise, mechanically. Story wise, it's very interesting. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you think of it when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I started to. I'm a little surprised that I haven't run into a ton of infected.
Oh, just wait.
It's like,
Don't worry, that's gonna change.
so spring is where that happens.
You'll see. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but you
Okay,
do
kinda
fight
good.
infected in spring, and you like you go through like major combat portions in spring. So I think you'll have an idea of like when you're kind of close to the end. So you're getting there though. I'm excited. I'm curious to see what you think of how like that final act of that game.
All right, that and I went ahead and I beat Rogue Legacy.
Sweet.
Nice.
So I gotta talk to you about some of these bosses.
Okay.
Now the fire boss, the secondary fire boss that you fought, Nabashin, was that a skull or is that the Ponce de Leon guy?
That was the skull.
Okay, yeah. That boss fight's not fair. No, no. Let me explain this to you, Alex. What ends
Okay.
up happening is you can't. The skulls move randomly around the thing in small arc shapes, not full circles, or they go and they chase you. Every once in a while, they stop to throw four balls in four directions.
Story of my life.
I'm sorry, I'm telling you the size of them.
Yeah. So
Then
like
they're the size of the skull. The skulls themselves aren't that big. The problem here is that the boss is the same thing, just a lot bigger, and throws like 6 or 7, so he's blocking your path for a good 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds.
that sounds like some bullshit.
Now here's how this works. You have around 204 health. The spikes do 20. There's spikes all around the room. There's a spike wall down the middle. You are a Hokage with a with Translocator,
Yeah.
full dark armor, so it's basically you get 4 health back and 4 mana for everything you kill. And he also has the special ability of using the replacement teleport thing, and that's how you have to get through the spike wall. The spikes do 21 damage, the skulls do 34, and then the boss itself does 61. That's very important because anytime that you have to take damage, you rush into a spike, or you use Translocator. Now, the big reason why this isn't fair is because around every 3 seconds, the boss spawns 2 of the skulls.
Okay.
All right. Now you can't ferry this boss around or the other skulls. So when he stops and he does the move, if you're in a corner and you need to translocate, there's a very good chance that you're translocating into another skull. So it's a better idea to just run and hit a spike instead.
Jesus Christ.
Right, and
Super
then
complicated.
yes, not to mention, if you let the skulls build up, you can't really move anyway.
Yeah.
And letting them, you're often put in positions where you have to run and not attack due to the actual boss following you around and stuff. Okay. So you're very quickly put into a position where luck decides whether you're getting hit or not, and that happens too much within that boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to it, the boss fight does not seem fair.
Jesus.
It's doable. I went ahead and I beat him. But at the end of it, it felt like I got lucky.
Yeah.
Now,
that sounds like it's definitely toting the line between too hard and balanced.
Well, it's not so much that line. It's if you could predict what the other guys were doing, then it would be perfectly fine. But because it relies on luck, that's where the big problem is.
Okay. I gotcha.
Because, I went ahead and I beat him, and you do definitely... It does definitely take a lot of skill to do it, and you do learn, you do get better. It's just that the luck aspect of it makes it not feel that way. The only reason I noticed that I got a hell of a lot better is because I went ahead and I cakewalked through the rest of the game. From there, I went ahead and I cleared out the forest, the Maya, and then the underground. So I didn't have any healing left to do for the underground, but I went through it no problem. Then after I did that, I went ahead and I killed Herodotus, the boss there.
Okay. So was the
that was the end of that round. After that, the other fire guy from the Maya, he's like a big flaming ball.
Mm-hmm.
Took his special version down, and that boss fight I like. What ends up happening is he leaves a flame at around the same time the other guy spawns skulls, maybe a bit faster. And these flames last long enough that you have to weave in and out of them pretty much the entire time that you're fighting them.
Weird.
And the only way to get yourself you are a barbarian. You don't have any actual spells except for your shout, and the shout clears the fire away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of some of this stuff, and it's
Yeah, so this boss is really good because the guy's always following you, and then he does a charge attack, and the charge attack's long, but it's the same distance every time. Okay. So, yeah, after 2 or 3 times, you get a good feel of its distance and what you have to do to avoid it.
Okay.
So yeah, that took me a couple of tries, not nearly as long as the skull guy. What I ended up doing there is you can, in order to clear a good spot out for you to hit him comfortably, you can weave yourself across the bottom of the stage, back across the bottom of the stage the other way, and then there's platforms up at the top, and you can go ahead and do a round on top of the platforms and then a round just under the platforms. And when you get back down, the corner should be empty.
Okay. Huh. Clearly you've put the work in.
Uh-huh. And then the boss afterward, is Herodotus. He's like a blob. Have you fought those yet?
No,
The blobs that
again,
just split across.
I only went through the first boss. Nobishin probably more familiar than I would be. So
Yeah, anyway, for him, the regular boss, he's a huge pain, especially if you're not using the Lich with Crowstorm,
hmm
because he keeps splitting, and there's spikes all across that floor, and you
Okay.
don't have you don't have a ton of room to allow them to split, because every time they split, they also leave off an Earth Mage.
Okay.
And yeah, just spikes off the floor. You gotta kill all them.
Fuck that.
He's not so
Mage
bad,
shit.
and then surprisingly, the easiest boss in the game is the special version of him.
Okay.
Especially, you're a dragon class. Essentially, you fly and you shoot fireballs. You can't actually use your sword.
That's awesome.
It's
That
it,
is.
it sounds like it would be great, but the actual class that you get to use in the game is terrible.
Oh.
The one they give you here is great though,
Okay.
because
It all works out
the
then.
the fireball doesn't cost any mana
Oh snap.
in this thing, so you can infinitely chain it. It's a terrible idea too,
Of course.
because it's instead of it being one of the blobs, it's two of the blobs. One's really slow, splits I think 7 times. The other one's fast, splits 5 or 6 times.
Mhm.
So yeah, that one's actually really easy to do. But if you aren't careful, you will definitely get way too many of the blobs on the screen, and you will die because you only have like 5 hits.
Okay. Jeez,
After that, I went ahead, took down the other boss. Who the boss is sadly a spoiler,
Okay.
so I can't tell you about that.
That's okay. Man, like I'm like back and forth about whether I want to play that game again. I don't know.
Are you still playing Spelunky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can see it right here on that dock.
Yeah, I did put it in the list this week. I play it every week.
Yeah, then this game would probably sit real well for you.
Yeah. If I got it, I would probably get it on Vita so I can play it like I do play Spelunky. So.
hmm
Yeah.
And then after that, Persona 4 Golden.
All right.
I
Back
didn't
on
beat it.
board.
I didn't beat it yet.
All right. I figured you were probably close though. Where are you at?
I didn't get probably as I did not keep up my pace.
Okay.
So I am saving Nanako.
Okay.
I am stuck at that mini boss.
That mini boss is a fucking twat.
Yeah, so he one hit kills everybody, even with a defense buff on. So I have to do some grinding. I'm
Yeah,
level
especially
49.
especially for the boss of that area as well. That boss is.
I'm level 49.
Oh my
Give
God.
me an idea
Dude,
of how much I have to go.
I think I was like level 55 around there. I was like 68 for the next boss. So, if that helps. The boss, like the area after that area.
God fucking damn it. Alright, okay, so how I've been getting by is I have Jack Frost, right? And he's got Mahmood on. And that just hits.
Frost?
Still using not Jack Frost, Black Frost.
Okay.
The
Black Frost is slightly more.
the special fusion. And he's got Fire Amp and Ice Amp.
Yeah. Black Frost is handy.
Mhm.
I would see if
He's
you
got-
can make
He's
some.
got Auto Sakajaka, and he also has Mahmood on, the spell I've been using to kill everybody.
Yeah. that one's he's good
just-
with that.
It kills most of the field. What's left up, everybody else picks up.
Yeah, the problem with like using the Mudo and Helio, whatever the light spells
Hamon.
are. Yeah,
Whatever.
Hamon or Hamo or whatever.
Hanan Resort.
Hannah Resort. And it's like the problem with that is like you don't know how you match up against them, and like you don't know how many hits you can take from them. Although those spells are super useful.
Well, generally it's 3 hits dead.
Uh huh.
Some things hit a lot harder, of course. Some things don't hit quite as hard, but that's around where I am.
So like my strat, just to give you an idea of how I played it, is like changing personas constantly, in battle and outside, like just generally switching out my 12 personas a lot. Usually I had like 5 with me that I used, and I'm always equipping the one that is strong against whatever they're attacking with,
Mhm.
or immune to it at that point at the like stage 8 or whatever that is. Stage
Yeah, the
7.
the reason why I'm not too keen on that is because I have somebody who's got Invigorate and Regen 3, so
Mhm.
I'm swapping between the guy who nukes everybody and the guy who heals back.
Yeah,
The other guy also has a high crit chance
yeah.
or high luck in the 40s,
So
and he also has a crit skill, an increase in crit skill, and he also has a crit active buff. So I
okay.
use him from the gold hands too.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good policy actually for gold hands. Seeing as though they're fucking so annoying.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Like if your
I have to do a
strategy's
lot of grind. It works until I hit a boss that doesn't want to get crit.
yeah, I mean your strategy's working well for now, but like
I want to swap out my persona. The problem is I need the abilities, not from Jack Frost to move on, but just for on the other guy to be better.
yeah,
And where I am at, I'm not at a high enough level where that happens.
yeah. Did you I didn't ask. Did you get your Marie social link to max?
No.
Okay, you should do that.
Like, you definitely think I should
Yeah,
do that?
like you can't get the true ending if you don't. So
Okay.
I forgot to mention. I should have mentioned that earlier. You still have time because her social link is super easy to max. It's probably the easiest in the game, actually. Even easier than Yosuke. Uh,
Wow, really? This was pretty damn easy.
uh,
Then again, I guess Marie isn't calling me all the time, so.
yeah, she will start calling you now. I don't know if you've gotten that up at
Yeah,
all.
man.
Um, but you'll have time. I'll say for the next area, um, beat it as late as possible because the sooner you beat it, it like skips to the last day that you can do it. So you'll lose time if you just do it in the first day.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
but you'll like I'm bouncing around it because I don't want to spoil what happens next. Um, so if you have questions, like ask Nabshin or I when you get
Hmm.
there. Um, still liking it, still digging it. You're not that much further, but
Yeah, it's just that I don't want to do that grinding, man. I have to.
yeah,
Like
I know.
at this point, I'm so far behind that I have to.
Yeah, I was better about grinding. I don't know what Nabishin did. I don't know how the fuck Nabishin beat that game.
With
With
Izanagi.
Izanagi the whole time, so I'm a bad example.
Well, to be fair, they have a lot of stat gains.
Yeah, he used skill cards, so which I never even touched. So,
Yeah, there's that too.
all right. Anything else you want to say
Those
about it?
haven't been helping me either. I was hoping that the further I'd get, the better skill cards that I'd get. And I should be at a place where they are going to be helping me, but they're not.
Yeah,
And I'm upset.
yeah. I never touched them. Weirdly enough. Uh, what else, Scott?
Touch that Smash Bros. Demo.
What do you think? Still not for you?
No, it's actually really good.
Okay.
Like, let me walk you through
Your
what
thought
happened.
process.
Well, generally what happened. Melee had a pretty game-breaking problem. It wasn't it wasn't a noticeable until you hit the competitive scene, and they don't recognize it in the competitive scene because they view it as something that it takes a lot of skill to do, and they're not wrong, but it's still game-breaking.
Mm,
And this is the problem of juggling.
yeah.
Once somebody starts a juggle, it's up to almost purely the juggler to keep the combo going and then to kill off that person. The person who's caught in it can't do anything.
Yeah.
In Brawl, they went ahead and they tried to fix that. They saw it and they're like, yeah, that's not okay, and they tried to fix that. Sadly, it didn't work out for them because they went ahead and they took out the fly rates on a lot of lower, who's breathing so heavy? God damn it.
It's probably Evan.
Evan.
It's not me. I'm not even close to my mic right now.
Navashin, did you fall asleep? My joke guess. I don't know what to do now.
I'm just gonna fucking keep going.
All right.
Anyways, what they went ahead and they did is they went ahead and they added the multi-aerial dodges.
Okay.
And that worked out for them good. They went ahead and they stopped, for quite a few of bees and stuff like that, they stopped locking people out of doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
They went ahead and also, the big problem is that this is one of the problems that they had, is that they went ahead and they took fast characters and they took all their flat rates and maximized them. So, and they maximized them to a point at, I think, or a smash, a decently powerful smash, like on Ike's. If you went ahead and fully charged that on someone with 0 HP,
yeah,
or 0%, that's how far that their thing would take them maximum. So even if they had something like 400% on them, you couldn't get them off the screen with some of your moves.
Yeah.
And that was actually a huge problem because it broke pretty much every fast character.
Yeah.
The only one exception is the person who's broken in the game, or considered broken.
Big ol' everyone's best friend Meta Knight, the ally of the unjust.
Yep, he's the only person who breaks that pattern, and that's pretty much why he's almost solely played.
Yeah. Okay, so where does
bringing this here is that the first thing that you notice, or at least if you go ahead and you hit a sudden death, is that sure, not everything makes you fly, but if it's a chain move, the end of it will have the enemy flying.
Will launch you.
Yeah, the end of it will launch, or if you hit them directly enough, they will launch.
Yeah, yeah.
And that pretty much rebalances out the entire system.
Yeah, the whole bring out system, right? So, where does Super Smash Bros. 4 fall for you?
I'm not done.
Okay, I mean,
because that fixes that problem. There was one other problem that Brawl had, and that was the trading problem.
it was super slow and boring.
Well, no, the problem was that it was a trading fight. This seems like it should be okay, but you were getting punished for landing an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because you couldn't get out of the way or attack again because the opponent's flinch was faster than your downtime for your attack.
Okay.
Which so they could immediately strike back. And this would keep going on and on until the fly rates wouldn't allow it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So essentially, if your character couldn't trade, your character couldn't play Smash. Of course, Meta Knight could juggle, so again, he doesn't really count from this.
Yeah, I gotcha.
For everybody else, though, that was a major problem. So anybody who couldn't trade was immediately struck from the list.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that pretty much put you where you were with Smash's 3-character system. Meta Knight, Snake, Ike.
Okay.
Those are like the 3. If you weren't playing those 3 people, chances were you were going to lose.
I mean, you're talking about problems with Brawl, and I agree with you for the most part, but I think you're forgetting about tripping.
Well, there's nothing to debate about that.
Yeah, I want to find like the one guy, because there's this one guy who's like, tripping is a good thing. I want to find that guy who like vehemently believes that.
It was hilarious,
It was-
but it was a
hysterical.
terrible thing.
That was terrible.
It was terrible.
Like, there's a banana peel item. You can still trip over that, and it's still funny.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have it, like, just happen randomly. Okay. Is that all
So
about previous Smash Brothers games?
Where this one stands is that the trading problem is all but gone. You can't immediately attack somebody right after you just got attacked.
Yeah.
You can try, but they have generally they're either their character's fast enough to hit you again before you can try, or get away from your retaliate attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, they don't have enough. They don't have the room to hit you again without your say because you can dodge. It's just that the wind up time allows that.
You know
And
so much about Smash Brothers. You're like a scholar, Scott.
Well, geez, when you play a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of Smash Brothers, but you were just you know what to look for clearly.
All right, there's that. The fly rate's been fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you just go up and hit Mario's regular aerial A, and when they have 300%, on that sudden death,
Yeah.
they will fly off the screen.
Oh yeah.
If you do the 1, 2, 3 punch, if you stop hitting them at 2 punches, they're not gonna fly. You get that third one off, they're flying.
Yeah, the launch air part of it. Yeah.
So that's all done. The trading's fixed, and that's there's no tripping, of course.
Yeah.
And so that is 3 very, very, very good things.
Yeah.
Because not only is the juggling problem from Melee gone, but the problems that the Brawl engine created by getting rid of it are also gone. So we're looking at potentially the best Smash that there was. Now, of course, as we discussed last time, the people who are heavy fans of Melee are only going to like it if it was broken just like Melee.
Yeah, well, they're gonna. If they were to like it, it would be like in 7 years when they've like broken the game down to like a science and know all the mechanical aspects of it too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Smashes are still important in terms of getting people off the edge, because the fly rates on the other stuff aren't where they were in Melee. It's just that they don't cap.
yeah.
So, like, I was playing with Tony a while ago. He was Ike, I was Sonic, and I had him up to 300%, like, off of just regular fighting, and I couldn't hit him off the edge because the only thing I had room to do were my faster attacks. I couldn't land anything that was I couldn't land anything that wound up because Sonic's so terrible.
Yeah.
And the aerials that would make him fly was real predictable or hard to aim.
Okay.
So I was stuck for him for a long time. I finally got one off, but that was a huge problem.
So, fuck that shit, right? And
Yeah, fuck that shit. That's not a problem anymore.
Yeah.
That's not a problem anymore.
So, like,
Yeah,
what about the speed of it? Because, like, as I'm sure you noticed, like, I try to explain this, it's somewhere between Melee and Brawl.
Brawl felt slow because of the trading problems, not so much the move speed.
Yeah.
Essentially, what ended up happening there is the battle felt slow because there was a lot less dodging. There was a lot less avoiding your opponent rather than just smacking them until you have high percentage.
Yeah.
So the way that you would avoid them was instead of attacking, you'd be dodging his attacks or just not fighting him until he put himself into a bad position.
Okay.
That's not 100% where it comes from, but that's a good portion.
Yeah.
And now that that's gone,
It feels good.
mhm.
Yeah, man.
I'm also happy that Link's back as like playable again.
Yeah, it's like super fun to play. I really like how he feels in this actually. So, like, how do you feel about it, like, on the 3DS?
It's pretty good on a 3DS.
Mm.
I much preferred a controller.
Yeah, of course.
At this point, any controller. Because well, okay, I'll reword that. I'd prefer an options button in this demo because I don't like using up to
Jump.
jump.
Yeah, I turned that off in Brawl.
And that's mainly because some characters' tilts are extremely important, especially their up tilt.
Like Ganondorf.
Yes.
He's not in the demo, but just for an example.
And if you jump instead of using your up tilt, that will hurt you. Like for Mega Man, his dash attack isn't as good as his down tilt, which is his slide.
Yeah.
It does damage, it goes far, but I don't know how to put this. It's like if you were trading in the air in Melee, you'd always try and hit standard A if it was like that generic karate kick.
Yeah, and Mega Man's fucking up tilt is great. And
I know, right?
It's like impossible to use with the jump on up. I'm sorry, Evan, if this is driving you insane. Just bear with us. I know.
I need some. I need to speak. I'm just.
You just gotta get out of your system.
It's blank air right now. On my track, it's just like blank air.
Have you been swayed on getting Smash Bros. For the 3DS, or are you still gonna hold out?
No, gotta hold out.
Okay.
Strapped for money because I did something stupid.
What, buy Destiny?
Well, no, I owed Will. Still owe Will.
Okay.
No, it's a the canceling a subscription had a workaround.
Oh.
And I didn't complete the workaround.
Okay.
And I didn't notice that, so I'm like, okay, so now a ton of my money is gone. Fuck.
Balls. Yeah. I feel you. Shit's dumb. Alright. The demo has swayed me on Smash 3DS, which I was going to buy anyway because I'm stupid, but now I'm like actually genuinely excited about it.
Hey, at least there's a difference between this version and the Wii version, and you can sync them.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same game, kind of not, and then you can sync.
Yeah, I like.
So they give you a pretty good reason to own both.
Yeah, it's like they haven't talked at any point about the Wii U single player content, and I'm curious, like what that's gonna be.
I hope there's at least adventure mode.
They said there's not gonna be anything like Subspace Emissary, but there might be some kind of adventure mode that's like kind of like the Melee one, which I'd be okay with, because that spawned crazy fun things like Giga Bowser. And yeah, like I'm curious how that's gonna play out, and it's just like they've said like Smash Run is a 3DS exclusive thing, and they haven't talked about the Wii U version at all, and they won't until after the 3DS version is out here, obviously. But I'm excited, and I'm pretty happy with the roster, even though there are dumb things like Dark Pit in it. But besides that,
do we even know if he plays any differently?
He has a different Final Smash, but I don't know if he plays differently. He might have different custom moves as well.
If he has at least different custom moves, that's more understandable.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, Lucina is a Marth clone, but I think she feels different. Is the thing, which could be big. I don't know yet. What fucking sucks is like looking at the demo screen, and it's like you can see all the other characters from the starting roster. And I'm like, I just want to play like Wii Fit Trainer right now. What is that?
Yeah, I was like, for a while I was just like, hey, open up Fox for me, like right now. Come on, we gotta try this guy out.
Is that
you broke him in Brawl, like you broke Link.
So
I want to see if he's big. I want to see if he's back.
Next week? Or week after?
I don't remember.
October 3rd.
What?
Smash Brothers.
Next week.
Yeah, October 3rd is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. No, it's next Friday.
Friday.
October 3rd?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
September
yeah, it's
3rd
Friday.
is a Wednesday. I'm looking at a calendar, so.
Yeah, I just looked at a calendar.
Okay. So, like, Thursday at midnight, I'll download it on my 3DS, as the Wii eShop will be crashing and burning at that point. Yeah. because Hyrule Warriors is out today. Nintendo puts out games on Fridays now instead of Sundays. That was just like a silent shift.
Hyrule Warriors is up today.
Yep. I haven't bought it yet. I think I'm gonna hold out, at least for a little bit.
It's a Wednesday.
All right. Anything else, Scott? Or is that everything?
That's everything.
You did have a
Hey,
lot
it's
to
pretty
talk
hefty
about.
chunk.
Yeah, man. Good on you. Fuck knows we don't have any news to talk about, so that's fine with me. Evan, what about you?
Not much, man.
Do you even like video games anymore?
I do. It's just I haven't had time.
I understand that. Is there?
Unlike you, where you play anytime you want.
I make time for it. Like, I do my homework on Sunday when I'm like not playing video games, and then
You also don't work.
I don't work. I go to school.
Yeah.
I know you do both. You're a better person than me. You're more of an adult than me, Evan. I'm the first to admit that.
And then I also have a dog, so it's like
I have
mean,
Gus
those-
sometimes.
that's not as bad as a dog.
Gus is not as bad as a dog. He loves pizza though. That's just an objective aside, though.
But just trying to balance all that, and then also trying to get time to play video games, it's like not happening.
No, I understand. Well, here, Evan. Let me ask some hot questions right now. Is there anything this fall that you're really looking forward to?
What? I don't even know what's coming out this fall.
So, Civilization Beyond Earth, which you've gone on record saying you're not too excited for.
That's true.
Assassin's Creed Unity comes out this fall.
Yeah, but I don't really see me and somebody else getting together and playing that together.
I would play it with you.
Like I know,
There's
but
a single player.
it'd be hard to do it together.
I mean, it's just you can still play everything single player.
Yeah, it'd just be harder.
Yeah.
But it's with my schedule, it's going to be hard to balance everything with your schedule.
Yeah, I
see
know.
that happening, like playing once a month or something, or even less
yeah.
than that.
But we wouldn't have to play it exclusively co-op.
No.
Are you excited for like I don't know if you're excited for Dragon Age.
No, not really.
Have you gone on record saying like fantasy isn't your thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, none of those JRPGs are my thing.
Well, JRPGs is like a whole other thing.
I know.
JRPG, totally whole other thing. But you don't like Skyrim either.
And Skyrim's okay.
What about Fantasy Life? Yeah.
I haven't heard of. I don't know.
It is
No
a
one's heard of that
JRPG,
game.
but it is a 3DS game. What did you say, Namashin?
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about that game. Okay. It's I don't know. It's like Animal Crossing meets RPG mechanics.
Maybe I don't know. I don't use my 3DS as much as I want to.
Yeah. What
But-
about this Middle Earth Shadows of Mordor game that comes out next week? That's been getting rave reviews.
I don't know.
It's like the idea is it's an open world game. It takes place in Middle Earth.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you like Lord of the Rings?
And
No, I do not.
and it plays like Batman.
Do you like Batman?
Yes.
That's right. Evan did like Batman Arkham Origins.
I still haven't finished it, but hey, whatever.
You enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
That could be an Extra Life thing. So are you gonna be like full? Are you gonna have enough to play during Extra Life?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
I'll probably play LA Noire again. Probably play Batman.
We'll try and get you to finish Batman. All right. What about Far Cry 4?
All right, I think I got it. I
Okay.
think he likes modern fantasy and medieval history.
Okay.
If that makes
Pretty
sense.
much. Pretty much.
What about Far Cry 4?
Not really. I mean, I tried. I looked at Far Cry 3 and I was like, no.
GTA 5 for PS4 and Xbox One?
I already bought it. I'm not buying it again.
Okay. No, that's the right policy. I'm just...
Even though I do buy Call of Duty for 3 different Call of Duties. For
Oh,
2
we'll get there in a
systems.
second. Little Big Planet 3?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have a Nintendo.
Little Big Planet 3 is on PS3 and PS4.
Oh my god.
It's a cute game with Sackboy.
Yes, yes,
It's got
yes.
Oddsock now, who's also absurdly cute.
Maybe. That's a maybe.
All right, and the last one. Obviously, we've been building up to this. Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare. Where does this fall on you?
I don't know.
Yeah, he'll buy it,
After this last one, I don't know.
So this is Sledgehammer Games' first Call of Duty game. This
Yeah, I
is
don't know.
The third developer. This is not a Treyarch or Infinity Ward game, it's like a fucking wild card.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the wild card, and I don't really feel about Call of Duty after this last Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's understandable. Are you? Would you be excited about fucking exoskeletons and shit?
Yes.
All right. I watched. I didn't mention this, but like because when we had Mark and Katie on the show, the multiplayer.
Hi, Mark and Katie. I'm awake.
I had come out. Nabishin's awake now. By the way.
You weren't earlier. You were snoring.
Yeah, we might have heard that. we had Mark and Katie on the show, and the multiplayer trailer for Call of Duty had come out, and I watched the multiplayer trailer, and it, honest to God, I don't even know why. It looked like objectively it looked cool, it looked fun, but like I just looked boring to me after playing Titanfall.
They're trying to copy Titanfall. I really think that's what they're doing.
Totally. You got like super jumps and giant side dashes and shit. It just, I don't know. It really didn't impress me. I was
They're
surprised.
like, hey, that game did really well. Let's copy it.
Yeah, but this game has been in development longer than that's been announced, to be fair. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Normally I would be excited, but I'm not gonna buy it. I didn't buy last year's. If maybe Treyarch's game will win me over again, but we'll see.
I may buy this one and then just sell it back, or just even rent it from a red box or something, and then just play the campaign.
Okay, so what we've learned so far is that you might like Lord of the Rings, which comes out next week. You aren't getting Civilization. Shadows of Mordor. And you don't like any other video games. That's what I've got.
Basically.
So okay. Sounds good. Are you going to get Smash Brothers for 3DS?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
If you do, I will play that with you.
Awesome.
We can beat the shit out of each other or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we hang out,
We can do it for real.
Then we can beat the shit out of each other in life. Okay.
I was gonna say.
And Scott, you cut off like right when it was getting hype.
I said, and then you'd stand a chance when we all came around and we played, on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Because you know that's gonna happen.
Oh my god, that game looks so good. Like I was just watching a trailer, just graphically, that game looks so gorgeous. Scott and I are gonna have a Smash Brothers Wii U release party. We gotta make that a Smash Brothers tradition.
Are you gonna have a hype cast?
We are gonna have a hype cast.
Oh, now I have a question. Did that Zillia cast ever go out?
No. I found the video of it because we recorded a video and I didn't think we had recorded a video of it. And I ripped the audio of it and I was going to put that out, but I was still debating on whether or not to actually edit the show or put the ripped audio out. But then I tweeted out the link for the video. I'm like, if you want to watch the Zillia spoiler cast that we did, here it is. And then I got super busy. And school started, so. I'm working on a special audio project for episode
Well, if
200.
it was live, I guess it counts.
Yeah. I forgot that it was live. I didn't even remember that. But I'm working on a special audio project for 200. So I won't have any extra time to edit the podcast, unfortunately. All right, Evan.
Well, the Zillia 2's already out. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I was gonna put it out the same week, but yeah, at this point, that's dead on the water. Nobishin was right. Nobishin Gate. All right, Evan. I'll stop.
Well, I was just asking because there's the track that's still in the.
Yeah, I don't know. I can delete that. I may have it on my computer, but okay. Evan.
Yeah, I also I'm getting ready to go to war with another country in Civ.
I was really concerned for a moment there. There was a moment where I'm like, what the fuck is Evan talking about? So, You are going to war in a video game.
Yes.
All right.
And in real life.
That'd be weird in real life. Who are you fighting? What dictator?
I am America,
America.
and I think I'm fighting Austria and I don't know. I know Austria is one of them, but yeah, I don't know. I forget the other
Austria.
because there's 4 of us. There's 4 me and then 3 NPCs.
Okay. So, do you have any allies?
Yes.
Okay. Who?
I set it up where it's right now. I'm just trying to figure out which one I like better, like me versus everybody else, or 2-on-2 kind of thing. So right now it's me and one other NPC versus 2 other NPCs.
I imagine that you rule your civilization with the iron fist of an autocracy and have no mercy for anyone who betrays you.
True.
Just murdering citizens in the street with your SS. That was a little dark. I'll be fair. Okay. How are you playing? You're playing Brave New World now, right?
Yeah, I've been playing Brave New World for a while.
How do you like the trade routes and stuff like that?
I like it. I really do. It really does help with the money.
It does help with the money, and it helps make early game feel like you're making progress. I think.
Yeah.
Feels like you actually have money to spend early game, which is nice. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about Civ 5?
Not really. I want to keep playing, but it's hard because there's I can't really sit down and play.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Beyond Earth. That is for sure. I think I might try.
Requires it 6 hours to sit.
It requires
So
6 hours of sitting. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 62 hours in Civ so far.
Okay. Scott, you cut out, but I heard you starting.
I said that's around 10 games.
Is it?
Yeah.
Games for me is 10 hours. Usually. I play pretty slow though. TBF. You have one other game here, Evan.
Do I?
Battlefield 4.
I thought I talked about that.
No. I cut you off, remember? When we
Oh, that's
talked
true.
about games
Oh,
you play.
I played Battlefield 4 again for the first time in 2 weeks.
Just keeps dragging you back in.
No, I want to keep playing, but school, work, and life, and dog, and
dog.
So.
Do you spend time with your dog just watching TV?
Yeah. I'll lay. She likes to lay down in her. We have a doggy bed for her, and she likes to lay down there. So I'll lay down with her in her doggy bed and cuddle.
Aw. You lay in a doggy bed and cuddle with a dog. That's
Yeah.
adorable. I'm sorry that your dog isn't invited to Extra Life.
It's fine.
I hope Gus is there for Extra Life, though. I'm just going to put it out there.
Just take Gus and be like, hey, I'm taking Gus.
Gus would sit on my lap the entire time, and then he would eat our pizza. All right, is that all, Evan? Nothing
Yeah.
else?
No.
Okay, Nabushin. I'll stop putting you to bed.
You can go.
I can go? Okay. Nabushin wants to go last. I finished Outlast, which was peculiar. I've been playing Outlast with Damien, my good friend, co-host of Roommates podcast, roommates.podbean.com, plug. And we've been having a good time.
Pop.
And we were playing while we were waiting for my brother to get there because we had 2 hours before my brother got there to record the most recent episode of Roommates. And we roped Ethan into it, and yeah, that was interesting. Ethan didn't like playing because he didn't it was too scary. It wasn't that scary. There are so many great moments I wish it was being recorded at the end because you'll just walk in a room and someone will just burst around the door and grab you and shake you and then run past you. And they would go crazy. They would be screaming. We were all cuddled up on my bed, and they would just start screaming and thrashing around, throwing blankets over their head, and I'm sitting there laughing hysterically. And I'm the one playing. I should be the one scared the most. But it was super fun. But the ending of that game kind of sucks, though. I think.
Play DLC.
I was thinking about it. I don't know if I want to spend money on the DLC though, because
It redeems it a lot.
okay. If we do, I'll say maybe because Damon's coming over tonight, so maybe I can rope him into playing the. Is it like $10 for the DLC?
It's like 8 or 7 or something like that.
Okay, that makes it a bit more appealing. But yeah, it was. I didn't like the ending, but other than that, it was pretty cool. That last section was super freaky, especially when the big guy, that thing that happens to that big guy, happens. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the way I played it. I am still like I don't know where I fall in The Evil Within, but I really want to like it because it has Jennifer Carpenter in it, and she's like amazing, and I would like to support that. But we talked about Smash Bros. 3DS. I finished D4, the season 1 of D4, as did you, Nabishin, which was amazing.
All right, guys. Quick pause, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. She's on my bed.
Okay. We all good?
Hey, no.
All right.
No.
Let's just talk about our feelings, guys.
Oh.
I feel so distraught. Evan's tearing our family apart. Evan, you done? Nobshin can't even keep himself. He can't even lift his body up. At this point, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably a good idea.
Just cut this part out. The ending of D4 was pretty amazing. Oh, Evan's got his camera on and he's got his dog with him. I see. What did you think of it, Nabishin?
I thought it was good. I can't really think strength right now. I don't know. Yeah, I liked it. I can't. Yeah, I'm not in the best of place right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was good though.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. It definitely went to the place that I wanted it to go in the end. I was like, "Where's the deadly premonition?" Because this is weird, but like we can go bigger. And then they did, and I was super stoked. That game
Going
does
to
not.
the air vent or somewhere.
No. Oh yeah, that part. Oh, it took me a second. That was great. But like, I mean, like where that one guy, the final boss guy in Deadly Premonition went. Not the final boss guy, but the other final boss guy. Charlie, I think is his name.
The guy with the voice.
Yeah. Or the guy with the mustache.
The guy from The Voice?
The guy from The Voice.
Which guy from The Voice? I watched The Voice.
I don't. The guy with the mustache and the cowboy hat. I forgot his name. It went where that went, and I was super on board. But they give you hints as to who's up to no good in the beginning there. In a subtle way that I thought was odd, but it was good. I liked it. I really want season 2 to happen like now. Do you have any idea when that'll be an option?
No idea.
Yeah.
What show are we talking about? What game?
It's called D4. Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Okay.
It is in season 1 came out like in a whole package on Xbox One. So.
And that's right, you have an Xbox One, traitor.
What? There is no. I'm not betraying anyone.
Betraying Sony.
I have no commitment to Sony. What did they do for me?
awesome stuff.
Oh, thanks, Evan. Really illuminating on that one. Um, so D4's great. Played a little bit more 1-on-1. Not enough to talk about it though. I'm sorry. I will play more this week. And I played a little bit more Wind Waker. More
Just
episodes
put on
coming out.
easy, dude, and just get through it.
Yeah, I have it set to easy mode because
Okay.
I didn't want to hassle about it. I think like I'll probably like tear through that game. I just have like a lot I had to do. Like it's not a game I can really play while I'm doing a podcast. Sometimes like depends on the part of the game. I played the most thing I played was Bravely Default actually this week.
You finally got roped in?
I kind of. I played about 5 more hours. See, here's my thing. That combat system's really tedious.
Ends up being that way. It picks up during boss fights.
Yeah.
It slows down a lot during grinding, and that's
Yeah.
what the auto battle is for.
So, like, I don't know if I have auto battle. Is that something that just unlocks at some point?
No, you just have it. All you have to do is hit Y, I think it is.
Okay.
The top one. You hit Y, and then what auto battle does is that it repeats the last action that you made with that character.
Oh.
So if you are fighting a specific type of enemy, you know that they're weak to this. You know that the enemies you're going to encounter are going to be weak to this. You can leave auto battle on for a little while and have a couple of counters run that way. So you don't actually have to pay attention to the fights, and you can have the fights run at super speed. And every couple of battles or so, if you notice that you're low, then you can turn auto battle off while you're in the overworld.
Yeah. Okay.
And so when you go in next time, you can reset yourself up for auto battle again.
That helps a lot because you had mentioned it like last week on the show, briefly, but I guess I didn't press because they probably explained it at the beginning, and I just
How it works is the tutorial is done through the quests in the game.
yeah, and I'm doing those. I'm like not ignoring
And
them,
then
but it's been a while.
auto battle's up at like 30, maybe 40.
Oh, okay.
So you're not. I don't think you're there yet.
I'm almost. I think I've like done 20, 22 of those. So, okay. See, that might help. It's just like setting like braving with like 4 times with everybody and setting 4 commands. So like setting 16 commands is pretty tedious.
Oh yeah. You can just go ahead and you can auto that out.
Yeah, and it's not a big deal when I'm fighting a boss because it's intense and.
Mm.
When you get your third character, also that difficulty spike is noticeable. It jumps quite a bit. I've gotten used to it now. I'm fine now, but
Yeah.
I've got the full party member. I got the airship, which they just fucking give to you, which is pretty crazy, like from the get go.
Yep. Can't go everywhere with it quite yet, but
No.
you have an airship.
And yeah, I like it. It's good. Like I really like the art style. It's like it gets better on me every time I see it again. And yeah, I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm like 6 hours in, and I'm in chapter 1 now. Though I worry about how long this game is.
The game's long. However, for most of the grinding sessions that you're going to do, it's auto battle. Move your thing in a circle. You don't have to pay attention to it often.
Yeah.
At all. So, you shouldn't have to grind until you hit the grinding spot.
Okay.
And if you talk, if you go and you talk, I will know exactly when you hit it.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you how it's done, and you'll be like, "That's cheating." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
Okay. I'll look forward to that though. How far out am I from that?
But then again, it's the boss fights that are fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if you need to do a little bit of grinding to go ahead and power up for them, it's kind of whatever.
Okay.
How far out? Oh, you're pretty far away from that spot. It shouldn't take you too long in terms of hours played to get there, though.
Yeah. Okay. Um, how should I be like leveling my jobs? Should I just be like switching them regularly?
You should be switching them semi-regularly. When you take a well, first and foremost, it's do you have everything that you need on one person? Like, is this person fill the role that I need him to fill?
Yeah.
And then you go ahead and you swap one person over at a time if you need them to start branching into other roles or doing other things.
Okay. So like,
Because what happens with the jobs is, sure, you could try and stick them out and just go ahead and power through with one, but I can promise you that at least earlier on, if I want to say you're stopped at level probably 4 now on the jobs.
I don't know. I haven't max
Maybe.
leveled any of the jobs yet.
Oh yeah, no, the job's max level is 14.
Okay.
So you're stuck on like level 4. You have a couple skills, but you'll have a experience spike.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you it's that much better to swap jobs until you hit the same kind of spike, and then go back
Okay. So like,
just to get a few extra skills.
I got like all my guys have like their like 3 of the 5 jobs I have. I think to like level, to level 3, some 4. I think. Am I doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you don't really need to care about having to master every job. That is a end game. You're a fanatic about the game type thing.
Yeah.
It's
So like what you're
but
doing.
you sort of yes.
Uh-huh.
What you want to do is you want to have them proficient in the jobs that help their role.
Yeah. Like I have one. I had like the main guy Tiz. Like he was a black mage for a little bit now, and then he was a white mage before that. So he can do both magic. He can heal and still have it be okay while he's a black mage. So
You might want to swap him to a fighter class.
okay, I have him on knight now. So
Yeah, that's because his natural stats are higher in those, but his healing is decently high. So
Yeah,
later
his healing
you're gonna get a red mage class later
okay.
that allows you for mid-level white and black magic as well as a high class sword level. And like he's one of the few characters that can. He's actually one of the 2 characters that can use that class effectively.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm playing around with stuff right now. I think I'm getting an idea of it. I got the first I'm to give you an idea. I got the first like major side quest, I guess, like the blue side quest. I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, if you go ahead and you do all the blue side quests, you don't need to grind.
Okay, that's what I figured. That's kind of like how Tales of Xillia 2 is. Yeah.
I will say, however, this isn't true, kind of, for later, but it's way, way later.
Okay. All right. I'm liking it. It hasn't hooked me yet. I don't know how I feel about like going through and finishing it, but I'm gonna try. Because I know you're really up on it, and it could pick up in a big way. So.
I've drawn the ending out because I'm doing some completion. Because I did I finished it. What I was saying, I drew the ending out because I was doing some of the completionist stuff.
Okay.
It didn't actually end up helping me, like I thought it would. So when you're at the spot where I think it's okay to tell you how to go ahead and just get to an ending,
Yeah.
I will tell you.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be a spoiler. It should be a matter of, okay, I know what's going on, but how do I do it?
Yeah. When did you finish it?
A while ago. Remember how I said I went ahead and I beat the boss, and then I was going to continue?
Yeah, and you said that you couldn't tell me about it because it would spoil it for me. All right.
You can think of it as the there's a false ending and then a real ending.
Okay. true ending.
Uh-huh.
The not liar ending. Okay.
And it's hard to say because I can't tell you any more than this.
Okay. I can see you're having trouble here. That's fine.
Told too much already.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, like, it sounds kind of like Ni no Kuni. In that, like, there was a part of the game where you're like, it's over now, but then it wasn't over.
Well, I can't tell you.
Okay, that's fine, Scott.
Not yet.
Okay. I understand. There are a lot of things I can't tell you about Persona. That's why I was dancing around earlier. That's fine. I have played Japanese role-playing games, so I understand. But that's all. That's all I've been playing. I played Spelunky too, but that game is still great. And I haven't beaten hell in a long time. It's frustrating me. All right, Nabashin, if you don't want to talk about your video games, it's okay. If you want to peace out, you seem like you're pretty worn down.
Yeah, there's nothing really to talk about. I just started playing the same regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
JP is a good game. People should play. Have fun playing that with Mark and Katie.
We're gonna play during Extra Life. So.
Yeah, beat Murasaki Baby. That game's just okay. So, yeah.
It looked just okay.
It has its moments, but it's a fine game.
How's the Blues Blue lore doing?
It's getting more interesting. I'm understanding a little bit more. Still really enjoy it. This is a super decent story, despite not being that easy to understand. But I really dig it. I like the characters and everything. But yeah,
right.
That's pretty much it.
All right, we're gonna take a break, guys. We only have one news story, so we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna play our voicemail and end the show. So we'll be back in just a little bit, guys. You okay now, Shin? Do you wanna deck out?
I might.
That's okay. I understand. Trust me. It's better than falling asleep before the podcast starts recording. And not.
Yeah, because I know when I actually leave, it'll be like, oh wow, I got this sudden burst of energy. Now I can't go to sleep, so it'll be like bullshit just to leave. So also, doesn't matter.
Okay, it's up to you. I'm okay. Either way. Let me grab. Yeah, I have to grab a cord, and then do I?
Actually, they play Slender the Arrival. Yeah, oh well.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask if you played that.
Yeah, I bought it. Me and Mark and Katie played it.
Is that game like too fucking scary? Because that game is too fucking scary.
Scott, did you see my Doge?
I wouldn't say too fucking scary. I say it has a scary moment.
All right, give me one second.
It's just super atmospheric. It's like probably the most atmospheric game that I played in a while. As far as like you're really into it, but like
what game is
I
this?
wouldn't say
Slender the Arrival.
scary about.
How are you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's scary, but I would still say you should get into it like more than other games that I've played.
Yeah, Damien wants to get it and play it, but that shit looks like it'll fuck me up.
Have you forgot? I'm pretty sure you forgot about Five Nights at Freddy already.
Dude, I watched the Game Grumps play that game, and they're funny. Like, they're enjoyable people, and that game fucked me up. Like, I am not, like, a big animatronics guy. That shit is terrifying. Oh, it's your Doji.
They beat it, though?
I don't know, because I stopped watching after the first episode. I've been
what
thinking
night
about
did they
going
get
back.
to?
Well, the first episode was the first night, and there are 3 episodes after that. So I imagine they got to the 5th night.
Dude, it gets worse.
I know.
Dude, dude, you have no idea if you start watching it the first night.
Dude, it was so bad already.
That's kind of why I wanted Navish in this fight, because I don't think that Icky got messed up on, was it Atlas all that much?
Yeah.
Oh, the DLC.
So I thought that he could handle this one.
Yeah.
Enough to see it through.
The DLC for Outlast is more messed up than the game.
Oh, I thought I told you that. I thought the DLC was a lot better than the actual game.
Is it scarier though?
It's more fucked up in. I wouldn't say scarier, but it's definitely more fucked up in a really weird. Like you see a lot of dick in that game. I'll say that in the DLC.
Yeah, you see quite a bit of dick in the game proper, or at least you
Well,
do
like-
when you're playing with Damien and Ethan.
But dude, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude, that game is fucked up. No, like
But like,
I thought-
you understand why it's scary though, right?
oh yeah,
But like, you can appreciate why it's scary too.
oh yeah,
Not the
Fuck.
fact that it is, but like why?
yeah. No, like
How the gameplay does it to you.
that game is like really ingenious in how it scares you. It
Mhm.
makes you were like never comfortable when you're playing that game.
I bet.
Dude, I had a hard time sleeping for 3 nights after I watched it.
PT fucked me up for a good 3 nights.
I thought finishing it would have given me some closure so I could go to bed, but it didn't.
I fucking bet. Ugh. Like I get nervous like looking over my shoulder after I watched them play Five Nights at Freddy's. Ugh.
I did too. Couldn't sleep.
Ugh, man, I feel you. I understand. I'm gonna grab my cord. It's on my bed.
And this is watching it, not playing it. And we've already established that there's a difference.
Yeah, I need to see something on that game. I haven't seen like literally one thing in that game yet. I've been trying to, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you go ahead to Steam and you type it up,
Mm-hmm.
there's a trailer telling you about it, without spoilers.
Okay.
I'm getting better internet, by the way, guys.
Oh, nice.
I'm switching to Comcast because the Verizon apartment internet they have at this complex is terrible.
As we can hear.
As you can tell, Bobby.
I will warn you though, if you're going to play this, do not do it within 3 hours of you trying to sleep.
What? Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yes.
I'm never gonna fucking play that game.
No, I'm warning Nabisha.
Okay.
Mm.
I am never gonna fucking play that game.
Like, you played through Amnesia.
Yeah.
Does Amnesia come close?
Amnesia is scary in its own way, but like Five Nights at Freddy's will make you uncomfortable wherever you are. Like, I'm scared in Amnesia because I'm in a fucking terrifying castle, but there's just something about Five Nights at Freddy's is like, I don't want to go outside my room. Or like,
Yeah, the door wants to be closed, your lights need to be on.
yeah, like I need to have the lights on. I need to be able to see that there are no animatronics in this place. Ever. Like, the setup for that game is so fucked, too. Oh, like, the animatronics, if they see you, they just try to put you
Dude,
inside them.
I want you to at least go ahead and listen to all of his voice recordings,
Okay.
just so you know.
Okay, is it worth
Because
it?
you're never going to play. Huh?
Is it worth it?
I think it is. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to know what happens, the plot.
Mhm.
Okay. That's fine. I can do that. Alright.
you don't do it today, though.
It's too late. It's too
Too
dark.
late in the day.
Okay. Do it like early in the morning, looking directly at the sun. Reminding yourself that you have many an hour to forget about what you just heard before you have to go to bed. Okay.
There's no jump scares in it.
No,
There's
there isn't.
that.
But like, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh, in the audio recordings, just stuff that'll fuck you up.
mm-hmm.
News in gaming. Let's talk about this news story, guys.
What the PlayStation Home is shutting down on March 31st.
What? Snap! Twist news story. Clearly the most important news story ever. PlayStation Home is shutting down on my 22nd birthday. As a single tear drops from no one's eyes. That's weird. I'm surprised they didn't kind of keep it going for a little bit longer because they still make money off of that thing. Or I assume they do. Maybe not as much now. That's probably why they are shutting it down. Weird. Anybody here gonna drop some tears over losing PlayStation Home?
No.
There's a time in my life when I was excited about PlayStation Home.
You should try it. We wanted to stream that one day.
That's right. You should try it. You should update it for 17 hours and then try it. Well, off of PlayStation Home news, the one news story that I found that's worth talking about this week is Polygon is reporting that Blizzard's Project Titan, their official next MMO, is canceled. So the people who basically changed the MMO landscape, who did change the MMO landscape, and then people were kind of like, hey, they're gonna make a new MMO and it's gonna change the MMO landscape again. Well, it's not anymore. That game doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't reveal kind of what Titan was going to be. But they did say it had some, quote, cool hooks, end quote, in it. And that it didn't come to, the ideas and concepts they had for the game didn't come together in a cohesive way.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't fun. So they decided to can it. And it's about a year ago they had said that they were going completely back to the drawing board on it. So, yeah. What do you guys think about this?
Not much. I'm glad that they pulled the plug on a project that they knew would fail,
Mm-hmm.
instead of trying to see it through.
Yeah.
That seeing it through would have cost so much more.
Yeah. It's
for no real returns.
Yeah, it's especially for a company like a big company like Activision Blizzard. Obviously, Blizzard has a lot of clout, though. They can do something like this, where others might not be able to. But yeah, you're right, Scott. I'm glad that they stopped it. Was anyone here interested in Titan?
I wouldn't know enough about it to be interested in it.
I mean, there's not much
I'm
to
not
know.
I'm not a fan of Blizzard like I am of Nintendo or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was interested in it more on an educational level, because if it was going to be like an MMO that's different than any other MMO, if I expected anyone to do it, I expected Blizzard to do it, because I feel like they have a very good understanding of what MMOs today are like, for the most part. And of course, I'm not saying that applies to all of them. We've talked about many in massively multiplayer online RPG here, and they're very different. But I don't know. I feel like if there was anyone that could make it an MMO that I might want to play, it would be Blizzard. Just Blizzard makes a lot of games that I want to play. What about you, Evan? I'm curious.
I didn't really know about this Titan game.
But you put a lot of time in WoW.
Yeah.
Would you have been interested in a completely different MMO from Blizzard?
Probably not.
Really?
They messed it up for me, and then
they done goofed with WoW.
Yeah,
they
goofed.
They turned it into something you didn't like anymore.
Yep.
All right. I don't know. No, I'm sure.
And
oh,
I'm kind of done with MMOs. Just kind of done with them.
I would hope so, Scott. I think you've played 12 this year.
Not 12.
I know.
Jeez.
12 billion hours
Since we
is when
started the
we came
podcast, yes.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the either the MMO wasn't substantial enough to keep finish the MMO pretty much, and then there was nothing else to actually do in it.
Mhm.
Or the party never stuck with it.
In the past 4 years, what MMO have you spent the most time in?
4 years.
That's how long we've been doing the podcast, for those who don't know. Terra, I would guess. But I could be wrong.
It's tough because the line here is, when was that WoW spout over?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Assuming that it was over before we started the podcast, I'm going to go ahead and say Terra.
Okay. I know
I think
you did
Mr. Pandaria was happening when we were recording the podcast. So.
I played that, but I didn't play much of it. Didn't even finish leveling.
Cataclysm happened when we around
Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
Burning Crusade was pre-podcast.
Yeah, so I was Burning Crusade.
Yeah, I played WoW when Burning Crusade came out. That was when I got really into it. But I didn't even hit max level, so I didn't even get that really into it.
Yeah, you didn't get to the fun part.
Yeah.
Well, you see, what happened when the expansion came out is what was fun about the leveling each little step of the way moved. It went to Burning Crusade.
Can you give me 1 second, guys? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry about that. I thought it was something important. It was not. Someone was calling me multiple times, so I had to make sure. Continue, Scott. You probably derailed now, but...
A little bit, but not too badly. What happened is the fun parts that were spouted in between leveling moved to the expansion part of the game. And because you never hit there, you never hit the fun part.
Yeah.
Which it actually really, really sucked because it was supposed to stop feeling so grindy at around level 30.
Yeah.
And then that's a lot of when
the
more interesting instances were supposed to be happening. That's when more of the world PvP stuff was supposed to be happening and all that stuff. But when Burning Crusade came out, everybody hopped to their max levels. And a lot of people had multiples then, and the servers maxed out, but they were all over in Burning Crusade.
Yeah, and I got to level 34, and that's when I stopped. And I guess I didn't really. I was a much more ignorant video game player back then, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't.
Oh yeah, and it probably took you forever to hit 34 too.
Oh yeah, it took me a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still open to the idea of liking an MMO. I like Terra.
You like Terra, the group, yeah. You never.
Full Republic.
It's sad, but I haven't played an MMO that didn't require a group.
Yeah, I never played Old Republic. I might have liked that too, with the dialogue and stuff. But I think the crux of it is I didn't want to do those repetitive quests. I just wanted to avoid that as much as possible. That's why I generally avoid most MMOs. And I know not all of them are like that. But we'll see. Maybe like it's interesting because like you would always think like Blizzard has 3 teams. One team makes StarCraft, one team makes Diablo, and one team makes World of Warcraft expansions. And like I don't know where this Titan team fit into it. I don't know if that was part of the WoW team or if that was like a 4th team entirely. I don't know
Hearthstone.
in Hearthstone, which I think was just like that was a much smaller team from what I understand. It's not as huge scale as everything else. But like they have like a lot more manpower. I don't know what that means now because I don't think they're gonna stop WoW anytime soon. But maybe that means they can make a new Warcraft game, as unlikely as it is. It's curious. It's anytime there's a big shift with as big a developer as Blizzard, it raises a lot of questions. But that's it. That's it for news. Unless you have any thoughts to share, Nobshin. I know you're not a huge MMOer.
No, I think it's just how the market's just transforming as far as like, um, pretty much you can't make an MMO unless it's already an established,
Franchise.
the established established franchise, and it's not free to play. It's just not going to happen, especially seeing the beating that Elder Scrolls Online took. And it's pretty much still is since it seems like no one's actually playing that game anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still supposed to be coming out this year too for consoles. So
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in
supposedly.
December, but God knows. It getting delayed like a month before it came out too on consoles only was super weird too. So, yeah, no, I agree. It's like you look at what Kingdoms of Amalur tried to do. They tried to put out an RPG that established a world so they can put out an MMO, and it didn't do well, and that whole team fell apart. It's kind of crazy. That's it for news though. Just the one. Pretty slow news week. Now that we're out of the TGS loops, but video games are picking up. It's begun. As they've said, a lot of big releases next week. Persona 4 Ultimax, Shadows of Mordor, Smash Brothers, Hyrule Warriors came out this week, and what came out on Tuesday? Did FIFA come out on Tuesday? Maybe that's not out yet.
Sure.
I don't know. Just we're in the thick of it. October is right around the corner, and there's a ton of games coming out, and then it's November, and we're drowning, and then it's December, and we're through the flood. The flood is over. Then we get like winter break, and then starting in February, everything gets fucking crazy again. We're just gonna roll right into the mail sack. We have a voicemail from our good friend Silver PR, which I would love to play for you now. It is under 5 minutes. He nailed it, guys. Oh god, that's right. I should probably turn up his volume. My bad. All right, there you go.
How's it going, Irrational Fashion Crew? Soul PR here. I'm back, guys. Did you miss me?
I missed you.
Yeah?
Yes.
No? Well, fuck
Yes.
you!
Oh.
Just kidding.
Evan.
A lot of things in my life right now. Less than halfway to go for my baby to come. My baby boy.
Woo, woo.
And, a lot of shit going down.
PR Junior.
A lot of things that I have to sort out. But still, get some time to play games and watch some TV. Because the fall
PR
season,
Junior.
and I'll get to that later. But, regardless, let's go through games. The only game that I have to talk about, Destiny. I love it. I like it. I know there's problems with it. I'm really, really in agreement with the problems that people are speaking about, especially the Grimoire cards, the whole lore. Story, I don't give a shit about the story. I just want to shoot stuff. I want to shoot shit. But,
Yeah.
the whole lore, it's kind of out there. It's a lot of plot holing for an MMO. But, the problem would not to see those tidbits of lore in the game. Instead, you have to go through an app or a website through a browser. And by the way, the browser on the PS4 is no fucking compatible with it. So Bungie, if you kindly go and fix that shit,
Yeah.
or do a freaking app for both consoles, so people can enjoy that stuff and read the things on the website and the clans. And the other thing, if there's clans, why I cannot match up with my clan?
Yeah.
If I, got group in a
That's
clan
what Evan's
through
been
the web
saying for a
browser.
long
It's
time.
kind of silly. I mean, if anything, Grand Theft Auto Online did well, it's getting you in a clan, and you can, instead of using your friend list, you can see the people that are in the clan, that you're in it, and they're connected at that time, and you can, go and play with them. That was something that I believe Jumanji could, and I have faith that it can fix, because that will be more easier for people that are trying to do, for
Pause it.
example, that
Oh,
big.
what's up?
Well, I'm responding directly to this. It's not that way because I don't know why they're doing it, but they're using Sony's message system for your party list.
Yeah,
And
I heard about
for
that.
every game that has done Sony's message system, I even hate it on the Xbox too that it's not done in game, rather it's done through dashboard.
Hmm.
Can't stand it. Um, for every game that goes ahead and that does that, uh, there's a huge disconnect from clans and everything else.
Yeah.
The one game that did it right, and
Killzone.
most people are, yep, you're sick of hearing me say it, but they didn't use PSN's the friend system solely. They went ahead and they used their own, and it
Yeah.
worked great.
Uh, you are like seriously the Killzone evangelist. I don't know anyone who loves Killzone 2 as much as you do.
It had its problems, but what it did well,
Torga.
nothing else did anymore.
I mean, I liked it too, but anyway.
As tough vault of glass, because there's like no way to try to coordinate inside the game for that stuff. But other things like the mechanics and the PvP and the PvE, they're okay. I don't mind. Every day I come from the work and I go ahead and play it and try to do any bounty that it's available for that day. And it's something that grabs me. I know it has problems, but it grabs me, and I'm thinking about it every day, and I want to go and play it. And I haven't bought the expansions yet, but you bet your ass I'm gonna be buying them, because I know Bungie, at the end of the day, they're gonna just bring more expansions to the game through their life of this game, and just build up that lore that maybe just faltered right now in the beginning. So yeah, but that's enough about the game. I don't have tangents to speak about. I'm just gonna make it this quick, but talking about Destiny and the mixed reviews out there and the people that have been talking good things and they're talking about the bad things, but regardless, they think about the game and they want to go and play it, and they just want to go back again and back again and back again. It's a two-parted question, because I got something else after this question.
Okay.
As a side note, uh, what game in the past you guys love to hate? You know that the reception was bad, but you still, regardless, love it, and you go back and play it. Let's not put Deadly Premonition into it, because Deadly Premonition is like in another stratosphere and in another group. It's just different. It's a game that it's so bad that you love it, and I know that. But exclude that game and try to put an example of something else. And yeah, that's pretty much about me. But before I really go, I just want to say fall season is in the air. This past week, Agents of Shield and Gotham, and I believe also the Blacklist started, and I'm looking forward for those series.
Races.
Also, Once Upon a Time. By the time you guys publish this, it will be out.
Yeah.
Resurrection. There's a lot of shit that I know. Nabishin knows the whole damn list that I'm gonna watch this season. Also, Korra, because Korra. But yeah, what series are you looking for the fall season 2? That's like a side question for you guys. So enough
We
about
answered this
me.
last week.
I hope you guys are doing all good and well. Peace out, hopefully. So I'll talk to you more soon. Needless to say, Silver PR, signing out.
He's Silver PR. We answered the TV question last week.
Yeah, Harold
Evan-
had the same question.
Evan didn't. No, we played his 2-week-old voicemail.
Ah, oh,
Evan,
okay. So
what
it's
fall
him.
TV are you looking forward to?
Uh, Oh man.
Give us a list.
Marvel.
Agents of Shield.
Yes.
Oh my! That first
Agents of
episode of
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of Shield is fucked up. It broke me.
I haven't seen it yet. I
It's
forgot.
it's fucked up, man. I'm just gonna warn you.
You can't handle it, Evan. That's how bad.
Yeah.
That's season 2, right? Or season.
Season 2, episode 1.
Okay. I'll have to look for it.
You were mentioning Gotham before we started.
Gotham,
recording.
yeah,
You
Gotham.
like that a lot.
How to Get Away with Murder. That's a good one.
Okay.
Oh
Korra,
man,
obviously.
not Korra. Not Korra. There's a lot of other ones. Those are the the main three that. Yeah, I say Gotham, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Gotham, yeah.
Bones.
Bones. I kind of skipped half of Bones season 9, so I'm going back to watch it.
Oh shit! Was
Once
last season
upon a
season 9?
time.
Once Upon a Time's
Yeah.
great. I'm so looking forward to that. They got
So this is-
Elsa
this is-
and Anna from Frozen.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
Katie could not be more tired of those characters.
She hates Frozen.
Well, only because
There's
she
a lot of
just doesn't
shows.
ever.
There are a lot of shows that I do like.
Okay. You can list all of them.
Wait a second. Once
I mean,
Upon
no-
a Time is a show, not a movie?
It is a show that takes all of the fairy tale characters and kind of puts them in our world. And it's also they're all from the same world. It's tying all of those fairy tales into one lengthy, coherent story.
Our world is in the modern world? What?
Yes. And the main character is like Snow White and Prince Charming's daughter.
Okay.
So and then she was teleported to our world and raised in our world, and then she stumbled into the magical world. So that's the whole shtick of the show. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to
would-
watch it.
You would hate it, Scott.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
You would absolutely hate it. There's plenty of bad acting on that show. But I like it. It's gotten better. Walking Dead and American Horror Story, I mentioned last week. And Once Upon a Time, yeah, it's a good one. Silver PR is the only other main I know that likes that show. Other than that, it's just my brother's girlfriend, and we talk about it. What game do you love to hate? I don't know if he meant like love hate or love to hate, because like Deadly
Oh,
Premonition.
it's games that you hate but you love anyway. I believe he meant.
Okay.
Or games that are like terrible.
That you love.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. What about you, Evan? Is there a game that's bad that you love? Is it Battlefield 4?
Not Battlefield 4. It'd be Call of Duty. Maybe. I don't know.
But do you really love Call of Duty still?
No,
So that
not
would-
really.
Well, I'll buy it this year. Into next year.
Yeah, but you'll buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Star Fox Adventures? That's a good one.
I guess that is a pretty good one.
That's like
But-
that's not a good game, but
Well, like, then again, are we talking about it after the fact? Because after the fact of the whole 3D disaster that happened?
no, I'm talking about like just in
Yeah.
general. Because I played that game when it came out. We should.
Mhm.
I have it still because I borrowed it from a friend. We should play that during Extra Life, Scott. Just like a.
From
chunk-
what I remember, it controlled well, but everything
it's
else.
it's
But
decent.
everything else.
It's like, oh my god, it's all voice acted. And it's all terrible. Like there's not one redeeming aspect of the voice acting in that game.
I thought Fox's was fine. Everybody else's no.
That's what you think, right?
Did you go back and it's terrible too?
Oh, it's so bad. You go back and like there's like this sleazy saxophone playing when he sees Crystal in the crystal.
Oh yeah, that's always been bad. But like his actual talking isn't bad.
His actual talking's it's not great. He has like a lot of like it's every other line is super awkward, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Do you have one, Nabashin?
Can't really think of one, honestly. There's a lot of games that I probably think they're bad now that I wouldn't mind replaying. Like I always talk about playing Sonic the Hedgehog over again.
Yeah.
Sonic 06 or something.
That's a good one. Scat.
Let me think.
I'm looking at my stack of games right now, trying to think of one. Oh, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. There you go. Like, that game is, like, retroactively bad to me, but I still like it. And I loved it so much when it came out. It has so many problems, though. I'm an adult, I can admit that. Anything, Scott?
SOCOM Confrontation. Oh wait, that's Greg.
Oh, wait, that's Greg. Somewhere like a single tier. He was tweeting like pictures of that SOCOM project this week. I just tweeted at him and said, shut the fuck up.
Terrible person.
Me or Greg?
Well, Greg by default, but
Greg's always a bad person. You were just being an equally bad. I know. Can you not think of one, Scott?
I can't. Like I'd go ahead and I'd say Killzone 2, but I think the game does. I'd say the game does too much right for it to count as that.
That game's good. At the very least, it's decent. So, oh, we didn't mention on the show, but you know, Binding of Isaac Rebirth has a release date, right, Scott?
No.
It comes out like November 6th or something like that.
Yeah.
It's actually going to come out.
Yay. Yeah. I'll have to find room for that. It might push Fantasy Life off the list.
That's only like a $10 game, though, I think.
It'll be free for Plus, so okay.
Free for PlayStation Plus members. There you go.
But I have to play on the keyboard. It's okay, I can plug one in.
Plug a keyboard in. Let's take a peek at the mail sack. Harold sent us an email. Thank you, Harold. Our good friend Harold Price, host of H-Bomb and Friends, at H-Bomb and Friends on Twitter. At USF H-Bomb for Harold. He says, hey guys. The subject line was October hype. There's a lot of good games coming out next month. What are you most looking forward to? Smash Bros. For 3DS is easily tops my list. There's also two Harmonix games, City Sleeps and Fantasia Music Evolved. Skylanders and the PS4 version of SingStar. And if you're not me, there's also Sunset Overdrive and Fantasy Life. Also, which would you rather battle? 1 horse-sized Tony or 10 duck-sized Evans?
Well, because of the wording of the question, 1 horse-sized Tony.
Yeah. Although, like, 100 duck-sized Evans is, like, right up there with Five Nights at Freddy's as far as fucked up.
No, it's not.
100 of them?
You're picturing them. You're picturing Evan as a duck.
No, I'm picturing, like, little Evans. 100 of them.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Evan.
Dude, you are underestimating Five Nights at Freddy right now.
I am. Listen to the bonus content. What video games in October? Or what is your hype list for October? Guys.
Well, once again, due to that little thing there that I did.
Yeah.
A bunch of things. I only have room to get one thing.
Okay. And that's Fantasy Life at the moment?
At the moment, that's it. But actually, maybe not even.
Because of Binding of Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
That's November.
Yeah, it's still November, though.
No, I'm talking about
You got room for one thing for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, it's Assassin's Creed Unity. I know. Evan, what about you? What's coming in October? Smash Brothers for the 3DS, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, really, just
I
Smash
mean,
Brothers.
we don't even have to ask Nobishin. It's Bayonetta, all day, every day. What other than that, though, Nobishin?
I couldn't really tell you. I'm trying to see what else is coming out in October right now.
For me, like, while you think of it, Fantasy Life is number one. I'm like excited for The Evil Within, but I also have the knowledge that it could be terrible. So like I'm not like losing myself to the excitement. Smash Brothers, obviously, and I mean I'm interested in Sunset Overdrive. I just don't know.
I think I'm cool on that. It's not really something I'm too amped for, but I'll play it. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll buy it though.
Yeah, that's a weird one. We'll see. Like there are just 2 3DS games coming out in October, so like it's $40 less than I'd be spending on games normally. So maybe I can blow that over into something else that I'm picking up. It's just with Persona 4 Arena and Hyrule Warriors coming out within 4 days of each other. I doubt I'll be able to get both right now. I won't.
Keep
So maybe-
mentioning Persona 4 Arena. What's making you want to get that game?
So I want to know what happens next. I
Is
wanna
that
play the
literally
story.
the only reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I really liked the story in Persona 4 Arena. Keep in mind, like, I'm the guy who loves Persona 3 Fez, and I love Persona 4. Now I get to see those characters from Persona 3, like the other characters, everyone else. I get to see them again and see how they've grown and changed. Like, that's reason enough for me to play that game. Because Persona Q is a different thing entirely.
Sure.
This is, like, actually, it feels like a sequel to those characters. It is.
So is Smash Bros. 3DS, Alien Isolation, Drive Club, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Borderlands the pre-sequel, The Evil Within, Civilization Beyond Earth, Fantasy Life, Bayonetta 2, Sunset Overdrive, and Cosmic Quest 2.
And Lords of the Fallen. That game could be good. Maybe. I'll probably fit in Civilization. That'll probably be the other game that I get. If not The Evil Within. Like, Extra Life is next month, so I'll need something to play. So there could be things that I just squeeze in there.
If you end up getting Hyrule Warriors before that, you know we gotta play.
Yeah, because unfortunately, apparently the split gamepad TV screen co-op like causes major performance issues. Unfortunately,
Maybe you should just hold off on Hyrule Warriors.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I think I can probably just hold off on it.
I
'Cause
mean,
I'm definitely getting Persona 4 Ultimax. So
yeah, I mean, because like, I mean, you know, it's just gonna be an okay game at best. Even if you do like it, it'll just be like okay, and then you'll immediately put it down for whatever next.
and I
So.
just won't play it again. That's more than likely. I'll just never play through it again after I finish.
I mean, I got other reasons to get
Yeah, okay, I
Hyrule
guess.
Warriors. I got more disposable income, and Katie needs to look at it to get her Zelda shit down. So it's helping my friend out, and we can play a game together. So that's incentive to buy that game. But other than that, there's no real incentive to really get that day one, or there wouldn't be an incentive.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person who goes and doubles on every game I think is good.
Yeah. Like I want to play Hyrule Warriors because it looks fun, but like past that, I don't know. That could be like a good Christmas present, maybe. I can ask my family for that. I don't know. Like, it's just there's a lot. Like, luckily everything's spaced out pretty well this fall. Kingdom Hearts is nowhere near anything else, and that's also $40. And like,
That's December, so
yeah. So like,
It's 40.
that's nicely out of the way, and like Persona Q is pretty out of the way. Like, that's 2 weeks after Dragon Age comes out, or longer than that. But yeah, I don't know. I would say Fantasy Life, Smash Brothers, and maybe The Evil Within, maybe Civilization. That's my list, Harold. And I would do one horse-sized Tony. I'm terrified of 100 Evans.
No, it's not.
Quack, 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 quack.
You see, that's the thing. It's not you being turned into a duck. It's that you are now the size of an average duck. But
Yeah,
there's 100 of you.
but there's 100 of you, and like I don't want to deal with 100 of anything.
So yeah, that's a huge no.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of 100 myself.
Well, wouldn't you also be afraid of a horse-sized Tony?
Yes.
Horses are big, man.
They are huge. They could eat me.
It's weird. My ex.
Tony already the size of a horse.
Yeah, that's okay. So you'd just be facing Tony, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Thank you for the email, Harold. Very much appreciate it. That's it. That's the show. As a quick reminder, you can send in emails to mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. Be a part of the show like Harold was. Or you can leave us a voicemail like SilverPR did at 404-590-1337. Standard long-distance fees do. I forgot, Evan, that you're here.
It's like Lee.
Because it is. Standard long-distance fees do apply. I didn't get to do it last time. Nobishin did. It was adorable, by the way, guys. Episode 200 of Irrational Passions Podcast is going to be a live show. We will be taking Skype calls. We will be in the room together. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be up to shenanigans. I'm saying it is going to be recording Friday, October 17th, the week before Extra Life, at roughly 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to call in, add Irrational Passions on Skype, and you will be able to call in.
Yep.
We're going to be doing like a loose format of the show. Hoping people will call in and talk to us about random shit. And if you'd like to like have a special section, like guarantee that you are going to be coming on the show, just tweet me at Alfighter27. It's easier that way. But look forward to it. Mark your calendars. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be chill. It's not going to be as crazy as episode 100 was, because I don't have like the composure to handle that much stress anymore, and I still have to do Extra Life a week after. So I would die. That's what I'm saying. But we're gonna have a good time. Past that, Extra Life is also in October 25th, Saturday. I don't know when we're gonna start. Probably around like either between 8 and 10 a.m. in that general vicinity. Probably 10 a.m. And then we're gonna be
That's
going.
gonna be a long weekend for me.
Yeah, we're gonna be going 24 hours. You can visit our Extra Life page on Irrational Passions. Just go to IrrationalPassions.com. At the top, it'll say Extra Life 2014. That's where you can see our big list of games, and you can click our link to donate. We're gonna have some friends over. It's gonna be a good time.
I'll have the pizza guy over.
We'll have the pizza guy over. No. We'll have the Pizzone guy over, and then if he doesn't bring Pizzones, we'll cut him into pieces and eat him. But that's it. Mark your calendars. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Past that, you can follow each of us on Twitter. I'm AlFighter27, which spells just like it sounds. Evan is at StickerGlue.
Hey, that's me.
Scott is at WhatTechuz. Nobishin is at NABESHIN 186. That's Nobishin 186. And, fuck Greg.
Who's he?
Some other stuff. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us out a lot, especially if you go to Stitcher. If you're a fan of Stitcher and you listen to our show through there, please rate us there. Follow the site at IrrationalPod on Twitter. That's when you get updates on when we're live on YouTube, like we are right now, like every podcast is every Friday. When we stream on Twitch, when YouTube videos go up, etc., etc. Go to VGEvo.com. Check out the podcast network there. Amazing podcasts up there. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions, and watch me play Zelda games. Still playing Wind Waker. I'm almost done, though. I'm about to do the last 2 temples, so that probably won't take too long. And tell your friends, please. Once again, Extra Life is October 25th. Please donate. It goes to help the kids, and we would very much appreciate it. And of course, our website is IrrationalPassions.com. Now, before we close out, we have some comments from Harold that I've been totally neglecting, and I'm sorry, Harold. I still love you. I just didn't get the notifications for him like I sometimes do.
Yeah, that notifications problem.
Yeah, right? Scott knows what's up. And let's go through them here. He said, I just realized SingStar isn't coming out until after Extra Life, frowny face. He said 100 duck-sized Evans. Apparently I said 10, my bad. And he said, then again, the horse-sized Tony probably wouldn't show up.
That's true.
That's the funniest fucking thing you've ever said, Harold. And he said, Destiny, ? Meh. Final Fantasy IV had a wizard from the moon long before Destiny. And he said, I'm shocked PlayStation Home still exists. And he also, before that, said, remember the Titan. Which I thought was funny. Thank you for watching, Harold. Do we want to do a closing topic? Do you have anything, Abhishin?
Pulp is bullshit, but no.
All right.
I don't have anything.
Scott, you weren't here for this. What do you feel about pulp? Pulp and drinks.
Pulp and drinks. What? Why would I ever do that?
Like orange juice?
Yeah, why?
No one understands.
It works good in, like, smoothies. It works good in other things.
And lemonade, and the Chick-fil-A lemonade.
I like pulp. Nabishin doesn't. He thinks it's bullshit.
It is.
Whatever, guys.
You're allowed to like bullshit, but it's still bullshit.
Oh, that woke me up.
You're allowed to like bullshit, but it's still bullshit. That's gotta be a fucking. That's like a greatest quotes ever from Scott. You know what? I don't think it's bullshit. I like it. I prefer.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
You wanna know
It's just as bullshit as non-Newtonian fluids.
You know what I like? I like orange juice with high pulp.
Ew.
Yeah, how do you feel about that shit? And with that, this has been Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 197. In 3 weeks, we'll be 200 episodes old. Almost 4.5 years. Love you guys. Thank you for doing this with me. Single tear falls down my face. I'm going to try and cry at episode 200 to sustain the stereotype that I'm a crybaby bitch. So just look forward to that. There's another reason to show up and watch. With that, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for your opening music of two-player co-op and your closing music of The World Is Saved that wonderfully bookends our show. Thank you, Scott, Evan, Nabishin, of course, for being here. Sorry you were so tired, Nabishin.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll wake you up. And I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Until next week, play your games. Stay irrational. 3 weeks till episode 200. Bye, guys.
Adios, amigos.
We have one title.
I was
But
too
it's the
tired.
best title.
You can like bullshit, but it's still bullshit. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
No, it doesn't.
But I got. You know what a non-Newtonian liquid is, right?
I think so.
All right, it's a liquid which can essentially act like a solid depending on how much force you put into it. So if you like, blood is a non-Newtonian fluid. One of the biggest reasons that your body can take so much is because your blood, instead of turns into a solid if it gets hard enough, even like for a split second, but it still does that. So that is one of the biggest reasons the body is so resilient.
Wow.
Because otherwise the liquid would probably destroy a lot of the body.
That's interesting. You're dropping some biology knowledge on me. Are you taking a biology class this semester?
I learned this through random means.
Okay.
The first place that I actually saw it was a long time ago when people were calling cornstarch and water, and I was like, that's not fucking water. Fuck you guys. But anyway, what it does to it is it turns it into a non-Newtonian fluid. Essentially, you can go ahead and it's still liquid, but it's thick enough for people of most weights to go ahead and run on top of.
They did that in Mythbusters.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
What they do to the pool, however, is they make it solid enough to make it look more like a solid than a liquid.
Whatever, guys. Pulp is still good. I'm sick of this.
Pulp is
Anyways, that's where that came in.
Evan,
As
you keep
for
flip-flopping.
pulp, it's like
Except
right?
for in Chick-fil-A lemonade. Come on now.
Well, all right.
I generally don't like solids in my drink. Like
All right.
even with, I don't like the bubbles in bubble tea.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the bubbles in bubble tea either.
I don't like
Pulp complements
like
citrus
for-
juice well. I think. I know apparently no one agrees with me. That's why I live with Ethan.
a lot of
He
people.
loves
A lot
pulp.
of people do agree with you, just not us.
Oh, that's the reason why.
It's like
That's
it's
it.
it's when
Figured it out.
it goes down to it. When we want to drink, we want to drink. When we want something to eat, we want something to eat. We don't generally want to mix the two.
All right.
So you don't like
So,
smoothies,
like-
Scott?
And that's another thing. I'm one of the people who don't like smoothies.
All right,
But
let's get the show title.
Pulp is a
love
different matter, though. Pulp is specifically an ass.
You fucking brought this bullshit up, Nabishin. You missed it, Scott, before you got the hangout. Like, as soon as Evan joined, I'm like, what's up, Nabishin? He's like, pulp is bullshit. And I'm like, whoa! Your agenda is being pushed, clearly.
Yeah, that's holding me down. I'm too tired to fight.
Pulp is a different story because pulp is a special kind of annoying.
Whatever.
You can't just say, "All right, I don't want pulp in this drink," and then remove
That's
it.
what Nabishin
Yes,
said.
yes, you can, Scott. Yes, you can.
It's no. You have to go ahead and you have to find a strainer.
You gotta.
Yes,
Yep.
Yeah,
you can
I just
remove
did that
it.
a few minutes ago.
Scott
You can remove it.
Nabishin just did that. Get a
Uh-huh.
colander for it.
You gotta get you gotta get something like that. But get this.
All right.
Unless you buy one that's there's a specific type of strainer that you have to buy. Like it's not for this, but it is a specific kind of mesh that's small enough because a lot of strainers will not remove all pulp, and then when you think you've got it, it's like fuck, there it is.
This is the longest title segment ever.
This is great.
So it's when it's there and you don't want it there, it's just a huge pain in the ass.
Okay. No,
And
like
that-
I
that's where
understand.
that's where that comes in.
I understand when people are like, "I hate pulp. I don't want pulp in my drinks," and then they taste pulp and they're like, "This is the worst fucking thing in my life." I get it. That's how it is with everything. But I mean, like,
With pulp, pulp would be pulp wouldn't be bad if it was easier to deal with.
I think it wouldn't be as bad if it's easier to get out of your drink.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, but it's not bad because it's great. It's delicious. Adds flavor and texture to the drink, and I love it. High pulp orange juice. Shake it up
All right.
before.
This is a Rational Passions episode.
You don't even know the number. Scott, do you want to say the title?
197.
No, I'm not going to cut that together, Evan. Go ahead. You can do it, and then Scott can say the title.
Yeah, I'll say the title.
You have to, Scott. I could sample it from earlier if you prefer.
Oh, you're talking about that. Sorry.
You can like bullshit, but it's still bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Evan, please take it away, my friend. It is episode 197.
I know that.
Okay. All right. All right.
This is a Rational
Okay.
Passions episode 197.
You can like bullshit, but it's still bullshit.
The
Like,
gravitas.
Stop turning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Navish. I didn't mean to fuck you up.
No, you're fine.
All right. That's the
It'll
show.
be-
Thank you for watching, everyone who watches.